truth still exists independent of you and your feeling. Truth, God's existence, the purpose that He has created is independent of me thinking about it or not thinking about it, like an atheist.
With that.
Yeah. So what we're saying is when the Creator tells us why He's created us, we know the truth.
I think like, why am I created? Like, I'm created, there's probably many reasons I'm created to do something in this world. There's a purpose to my creation.
Are you making up your own purpose, or is this
like,
what the Creator tells you?
Well, no, because like, I think you've got received downloads on like what I am called to do. Like, I have callings, like I want to do this thing. Like, I'm not like, I want to be this person and stuff. I just follow my heart, my intuition, and do things that bring me joy and happiness.
I understand.
And so that to me is like my purpose, my truth is just like being in touch with myself, doing what brings me joy and happiness, being compassionate, having good values.
But what I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying. It's a good intention is clearly there, but the slight problem is this, as I explained before, people who have gone along this path, like the philosophers in Hinduism, when they wrote all the Upanishads, right? Many Upanishads, right? And how the Gita reconciled it, the Buddhist Palnik text, many texts you have from the eastern side, in the philosophical text, they disagreed in terms of what exactly is the real truth. I talked about pantheism, panentheism, perennialism. I talked about some kind of deistic understanding of God, an atheistic understanding of God, or there is monotheistic understanding of God, monad, monism, so many different types. They all cannot be true, even though they went along their path of meditation and self-discovery. The only infallible way, in my understanding, is when the Creator tells us, that becomes the absolute truth, infallible truth, why we are here. And this is what I am
and that to me
asking
is like a
you.
Download. I'm like a but I'm
not individually.
Or why isn't we a society, or why am I here?
But individually we can think and speculate. But I'm saying there is a way our Creator has communicated to us about the reasons and the purpose of why you were created. We call them prophets and messengers. They are established through proof and evidence.
I have a question. Who is we? Why are we
Human
here?
beings.
Human beings, okay. And does He have a prophet for like the birds and the trees and the dolphins and everything?
They are created with instincts. Human beings are separated from all the other creations with a specific distinction. Do you know the distinction between every other creation?
Consciousness in human beings, and there's not in many animals.
Which other animals have gone to space and built in skyscrapers?
But there's like that creates some
by themselves, or someone took it? Yeah, by themselves, or someone took them? Not themselves. They didn't invent the spaceship. A dog did not invent a spaceship, by the way.
That creates like that humans are better than.
No, not better. It differentiates the human species from all the other species because of certain characteristics the humans have.
And what God made humans special or something?
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Well,
we are special creation.
That, like,
we're not putting down other creation.
About an octopus that fucking can do all crazy
just mind our language anyway. No.
Like, well, I can do whatever I want, right?
Children may be watching, right?
Oh, well,
that's why.
Well, I didn't ask to be filmed. So, firstly,
I didn't ask to be filmed. Did I ask you to be filmed? People are filming. Speaker's Corner. Yeah. People all learn from us, and we learn from each other.
Yeah. Freedom of speech, basically. I was told that I could say anything on this corner. Octopuses do crazy stuff that has a lot more unique and special in many other ways than us. I think there's a very high intelligence of an octopus, like versus a human. Like, we're all just equal, in my opinion.
Do they have cognition like us? Cognitive abilities like us?
Maybe, but why is cognition better?
It's important because when we look at the difference between cognitive abilities, when we talk about cognitive, look, we can differentiate between species based on several things. For example, when we look at cognitive abilities, a parrot, for example, can imitate sounds, but does it have the cognitive ability to understand language?
Maybe not, but...
It's not maybe not, it's clearly not.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Sorry?
But like,
not your language.
I'm saying
but
other
you can't,
language.
but we can't. Yeah, we can't understand a parrot.
Understand about
If you studied enough, you might perhaps pick up certain sounds and what they talk about. Yes, we can.
I disagree. You're then using your instincts.
No.
Speculation.
No, when we talk about, look, there are many people when they connect with their pets, whether it's a cat or a dog, certain sounds they make, they can see what the sound is about. Whether it's about moaning and groaning
like
and
a baby,
pleasure
of
and
course.
comfort. Yes, because they pick up those cues in the language.
But you don't think like a dog that understands, oh, Charlie, okay, that means this.
Look,
like we all kind
We're
of...
talking about languages. The dogs don't have languages, do they?
Yeah, but my point...
Do dogs have languages? Do have languages? I'm not asking you that question.
You have a
Look.
way about...
creatures and animals. We have to respect.
I asked you a simple question.
sorry.
Do dogs have language?
They can communicate.
Okay, you're not answering the question.
But you have
That's why, as you
very-
know, like the other gentleman, as you realize, sorry, just 1 second, sorry, I apologize. Earlier on, I left the conversation, do you know why? Because I don't speak to people who don't answer the question directly. Okay, so I'm not interested in speaking to you. Thank you very much. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Excuse me.
That's me.
Leave your hands to yourself, right?
No,
Anyway,
fine.
it's a
I think
pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Mansoor. What's yours?
Mansoor.
Mansoor.
I'm
Yeah.
Jess.
Jess,
Nice to meet you.
pleasure speaking to you. Just think about what I said. If it makes sense, explore further about Islam and speak to our sisters there who can connect with you better perhaps, because they can give you a perspective, something that I may not be able to give.
To be honest, I'm pretty happy with my stuff, but I appreciate the work.
There's always better room for improvement, right?
Can I give you some feedback?
Of course.
When you ask questions, there's a lot of like bias and opinion in like you're projecting your views in your question.
Is that wrong? Is there anything wrong about it?
No, but like.
What's wrong about it?
It's a bit uncomfortable when having a conversation. The way you ask me questions, it's like kind of pushing me down a route, and then like it would maybe the way you ask questions is like a little.
Do you want me to? So would you prefer rephrasing the same question a different way?
Yeah, maybe like a tone.
Tone. I accept.
The tone.
I accept.
Questions are helpful.
I thank you for your feedback.
Because it's just like
It's a welcome. It's a welcoming feedback. It's really appreciated.
Sorry, I don't mean it from a.
No, I really appreciate it. Sometimes our tone can be because just before I spoke to you, this is perhaps a leftover effect. I spoke to someone, I even said, I cannot speak to a clown. So you can see how we can personally get affected by conversation we're having, and it could be because of that conversation, you felt the tone perpetuated. Yes. But I appreciate your feedback. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you very much.